Well, joining us tonight is Marine veteran and Republican Senate candidate from the great state of Wisconsin, Kevin Nicholson. Kevin, good to have you with us. And let's start with...
Lou, thanks for having me.
Yeah, great to have you with us. Let's start with Paul Ryan has endorsed your opponent. How could that be?
You know, I've said to the voters of Wisconsin over and over again that if you like the way Congress is running and you think that those folks in Congress have everything figured out, you should vote for my primary opponent. And frankly, you should vote for my general election opponent, Tammy Baldwin, because I think you know this, Lou. It's going to take those of us who are outside the political class to go to Washington to support the president's agenda and actually get things done. My life from the Marine Corps to business has been about producing things, about getting things done, about hitting deadlines. Clearly, the president gets that, and clearly there's not enough people in Congress to get it. But it's outsiders that are going to actually deliver on the promise of this country and actually fix our problems.
Kevin, let me just say to you, you say the president gets it. You're talking about a man who has created unprecedented success from the Oval Office, whether it is in foreign policy, whether it's domestic policy, whether it's in the markets, the economy. And to say things like he gets it, help me out. How would you use that language about a man who is at the forefront of the Republican Party and who has accomplished so much and is fighting 24/7 against all sorts of devils, including rhinos?
Well, that's it. I mean, look at 4.1% GDP growth. The president's life and his professional life has been about producing, about getting things done, about accomplishing things. And Lou, you hear it all the time from the professional political class and the media. Oh, this White House is so frenetic. They're all over the place. They're doing all sorts of stuff. Well, yeah, that's how so many of us work throughout our regular day. We're going through a checklist of things that we have to get done. And we don't have the alternative of simply talking about things and rolling problems from one day or week or month or year to the next. Only in politics can you fail upwards, and only in politics can you simply talk about things and consider that to be a victory. The president does understand that you actually need to produce. We wouldn't have 4.1% GDP growth today if not for the Tax Reform Act that he pushed through. We wouldn't have it if not for the deregulatory efforts of the administration. And frankly, now as we move to trade and the attempt to actually eliminate tariffs in other countries, clearly the president is trying to give new markets to American producers in both agriculture and manufacturing that can actually see our country and our economy continue to grow with opportunity for everybody.
You're going to, if elected, support the Trump agenda 100%?
The Trump agenda is a great agenda. I mean, just look at it. From, again, the Tax Reform Act, which got us closer.
It's the Republican agenda. You're running as a Republican.
Well, right. Well, I mean, the president's agenda is a good agenda. It's a conservative agenda. It's the kind of agenda that's created growth and opportunity for everybody. And that's, I think, the key. And I know you talk about this a lot, Lou. This applies to everybody in every corner of this country. 4.1% GDP growth is great for everybody in the state of Wisconsin and all across this country. It's the kind of thing that unlocks prosperity and allows people to chase their dreams. The president should be applauded for what he's done, and his agenda is a darn good one, not to mention what he's done in terms of foreign diplomacy and taking us out of the Iran deal and reapplying pressure to the Iranian government, a government which is no doubt a state sponsor of terror. My counter-ID team found Iranian-made IED components in Afghanistan. That's not a joke. The president's right to reapply pressure to that terrorist regime, it makes it less likely that our kids are going to fight in the same wars that I did.
Yeah, it is not, as you say, a joke. The Iranians responsible, by the last estimate, at about a third of all of our casualties in Iraq. It still amazes me that in Afghanistan we still haven't burned the poppy fields and taken so many casualties and spent, as the president points out, so much of our treasure in the Middle East and Afghanistan. Kevin Nicholson, it's great to have you with us. We appreciate it. Look forward to talking with you again soon.
Thank you, Lou. Thanks for having me, and I'm looking forward to talking to you before November 6th about beating Tammy Baldwin.
Okay.